What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode of GH. This episode was messy as shit. I liked it. I cannot believe Jason is moving into the Corinthos mansion. See, this is what I was talking about yesterday. Because some people were thinking that I was talking about his original penthouse that Sam currently lives in. That's not what I was talking about. When he came back, he got a condo. It was like a nice condo or whatever. I remember he had Danny and Jake over and stuff. Now all of a sudden he's moving into the Corinthos house. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what happened to the condo? I like the place that he moved into. It fits him. So I was kind of shocked, that he's settling in at the Corinthos compound. I'm like, they just decided to, get rid of his place that he just got. That's crazy. I am so glad Brando interrupted when he did, because Carly was asking all types of questions about him and Britt. Oh, what's going on with you and Britt? None of your business. None of your business. That's what's going on. None of your beeswax. Mind your business. That's the problem with Carly. She's so nosy. So of course Brando wants to continue helping out. And Jason figured, Jason knew what he was talking about, and Jason shut that down quick. He was like, nah, you got a baby on the way. That's what you need to focus on. He knows that Brando wants to be in the business. He wants to be a part of the Corinthos organization. I don't blame Jason for trying to shut that down, because I feel like nobody should have to be in the criminal world if you have a choice. You know what I mean? I can understand that Brando wants to do more, than work in a garage. I can respect that. I get that. But, now, I could see Brando being in the business. I can see it, because I definitely feel like if Jason's going to be taking over, he's going to need a hitman. He's going to need a right-hand man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jason definitely can handle everything, but he shouldn't have to. But, in every organized crime, you always got your right-hand man. Or woman, whatever you prefer. I could definitely see Brando in that role, but again, Brando got a baby on the way, and I don't think that would be the smart choice to, put his family in jeopardy every day. I don't think that would be smart. When Sonny and Jason got into the business and stuff, they didn't have kids at that time. You know what I mean? Well, Sonny had a kid, Dante, but he didn't know about him. So it was kind of different for them. Brando, you got a kid on the way. I wouldn't get involved in that business. I would stay out of that. But I could see Jason changing his mind after a while. If Brando keeps, coming at Jason about it or whatever, keep asking him about it, I can see Jason relenting and saying, all right, cool, fine, I'll put you in. At some point. He might just break down and just say, you know what, come on, you could join or whatever. But I could respect the fact that Jason wants to keep him out. It's better for him. And of course, Carly was not happy to hear that, Gladys was sticking around Port Charles. Carly, I feel your pain. I feel your pain, because I agree. I don't see a reason for Gladys to have to stick around either. I think she need to skedaddle. So anyway, moving on from that, I felt super bad for Chase. I really did. He was sitting up in that hospital bed having a coughing fit. And, Portia came in and pretty much told him that, it's getting close to that time, that his organs are going to start to fail and he might not make it through the night. I was like, damn. I felt bad for everybody up in there. I say, yo, and I think they're going to find a cure at the last minute. And I felt bad for, Gregory and Jackie and stuff like that, because I felt bad for the moment. But we all know Gregory gonna find out that Chase really is his son. And, maybe things will go back to normal where they need to be. Because when they were wheeling Cyrus out, he had made that comment to Finn. How lucky he was to learn Chase is his son. And that finally sparked something in Finn's brain. And he started rushing off. It finally sparked something like, oh shit. It was like a aha moment. Like, now I see why. Because he kept racking his brain trying to figure out, why is this cure not working? Why is this cure not working? Now you know. Now you know why the cure ain't working. Steven Seagal ass over here and changed the damn results. That's why your damn cure didn't work. So you need to go get Gregory, go get Jackie, go take DNA samples from them, and go get a sample from Chase again if you don't still have it, and go do a new cure. That's what you need to do. I definitely feel where Sasha's coming from. You know, Sasha wants to support Willow and all of this foolery, but even Sasha was like, what the hell are you doing? Like, why are you marrying somebody that you're not really in love with? But I mean, I can understand why she's doing it, but it's gonna get messy. This is just gonna be some mess. So if he's supposed to die today, are they gonna get married today? Or like the whole goal was to like get married quickly. So are they still gonna go through with it? I just feel bad for Chase though, because I feel like he doesn't deserve this. You know, Chase is like one of my favorite new characters on the show, and I feel like he don't deserve all this foolishness. He really don't. He don't deserve it at all, you know. But I hope he does find somebody that, you know, can make him happy or whatever, and really is into him and only him. I could see him and Brooklyn together. I really could. I actually like his interactions with Brooklyn, and she seemed to really care about him. So maybe that can go into the direction of them being a couple one day. Maybe. I think Brooklyn would keep him on his toes, because everybody knows she crazy as all hell. So I think that could work out. So anyway, moving on from that. Lord have mercy. So the FBI, so the feds are just handing out immunity deals, because Carly got immunity for her and her family, Gladys got immunity, and now Jordan got immunity for all the crimes that she committed while she was, you know, being blackmailed by Cyrus. You know, Cyrus ain't happy about none of this, because that takes away all his power, because that's pretty much what gave him a lot of his power over everybody in Port Charles, that he could blackmail them with something. Now he has nothing to blackmail anybody with. But then he wants to point out to Jordan, oh, your reputation is going to be ruined once everything is made public. Jordan was like, I don't give a damn. Jordan didn't care, because she plans on resigning from the PCPD as police commissioner. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. But it was fun to see that Cyrus for once was powerless. You know, he was once so powerful, had everything in the palm of his hand, and now look at him. He looks pathetic now. And even when he was talking to Laura, he looked sad when they were wheeling him out to take him to the maximum, you know, federal penitentiary. And Laura pointed out to him that the board voted and they're stripping him of all his power as chairman of the board. And that he really could have used his position as chairman of the hospital and stuff to actually do good. And he chose to do evil. And the way that he was looking at Laura, he looked sad. But he tried to warn her that, oh, he gonna bring out her dark side or whatever. He really thinks Laura's just like him. I'm like, in my opinion, I'm not gonna say he's wrong, because I feel like everybody has two sides to them. You got the nice side, and I also feel like everybody, even in real life, I feel like everybody has a dark side to them if you push them too far. I think if you push a person too far, you're gonna get that side. And I think everybody has that, including Laura. Laura definitely has that side to her. Like, if you push her far enough to that breaking point, oh, she will kill you. I think she's capable of it. I think anybody's capable of it if they push too hard, because eventually, you push somebody too hard, they're going to push back on your ass at some point. And, you know, Cyrus can see that in her, but I'm like, it's nothing that nobody else can see either. I think everybody has that. Push the right buttons. So anyway, let's get to this whole Jordan resigning from the PCPD business. I mean, we all know that Jordan really wasn't great as the police commissioner. I'm not even gonna lie, she really wasn't. She wasn't great at it. But I do think this opens the door for them to recruit Mac, you know, promote him up as police commissioner. I think that would be great, to have him back. I also blame a lot of this on the writers. I really do, because for years, the writers always made the PCPD look weak. They always made them look like they weren't smart enough, capable enough of solving crimes. I've been saying this for the last few years. They need to start writing the PCPD as competent police officers. You know what I'm saying? Like the Landview PD was. You know, Bowen John and Christian Vega and all them, they ran the shit out that department. You know, a lot of times, yeah, they couldn't nail Ty Manning all the time, but shit, they always got their man most likely. You know, anytime a criminal came in that town, they, you know, Bo and John and Christian, they always, you know, knew how to shut it down. And I think that's what they need to do with the, you know, PCPD. But I respect Jordan's decision to step down. Now, the question is, will Laura accept her resignation? But I respect it. You know what I mean? I think she probably feel like that job took a lot away from her. You know, she sacrificed her marriage for that job. You know, she sacrificed a lot, including, you know, her dignity and everything else, because look at her. I mean, she allowed herself to get blackmailed and, you know, do criminal things. And I feel like she probably feels like her integrity got compromised. You know, so maybe she wants a clean break and she feels like, you know, walking away from the job is, you know, her clean break. You know, maybe. I want to see what she's going to do next. You know what I mean? Like, what new career could Jordan get into? So anyway, moving on from that. Britt is definitely changing. Britt is showing signs of change. Like, she, you know, she was wondering why Finn put Elizabeth back into his rotation or whatever. But she decided to, you know, reinstate her old position or whatever. Because remember, Liz was a surgical nurse. So she finally brought her back as a full-time nurse, you know. Because remember, she got dropped down to part-time. So that was nice of Britt to do that. You know, she didn't have to. But Liz is like literally shaking in her boots right now. Because she's trying to stop Anna from finding Peter's body. So that's where they put Peter's body. They put his ass in a little freezer or something like that. Some type of area on the roof of the hospital or whatever. Because Anna was wondering where the fuck Peter was because she told Finn she wasn't going to stop looking for him. But Finn was like, oh, you're never going to find him. And she was asking Britt about the security cameras. And Britt was like, well, shit, Cyrus done turned off pretty much all the cameras in the hospital. And, you know, Anna put two and two together. And she was like, oh, so that's why she couldn't, you know, see Peter leaving the hospital or whatever. So my guess is they're going to find Peter's body. Or maybe his body is not there anymore. Because Anna found the hidden service door. I mean, I would hope they wouldn't have killed Peter off because I feel like Peter's one of those villains. I'm not a fan of killing off every villain because I feel like that's what makes the show, the villain. You know what I mean? So I think Peter's that type of villain that can come back every now and then and cause some trouble. And I feel like he's that villain. Like, he's definitely that villain. So anyway, moving on from that. This whole situation with Curtis and Portia, I feel like Curtis is moving too fast. Curtis is moving way too fast. You know, the ink isn't even dry in his divorce yet. And from what we heard before, the divorce wasn't officially official yet. It wasn't finalized yet. I mean, it's getting there, but it's not totally there. But I feel like you should never jump from one relationship to the next. I feel like that's a bad thing to do. But I had a feeling when Portia popped up in Port Charles and it was known that she had a past with Curtis, I had a feeling that there was unfinished business between them. And I had a feeling it was going to come between him and Jordan's marriage. I mean, granted, it didn't, but I feel like Curtis is moving a little too quickly. You know, take some time out. You just bought a new nightclub. Take some time out. Get your nightclub together. And I feel like him and Portia need to ease into that relationship, not jump full speed ahead. You know, and Portia was still worried about what, you know, Aunt Stella was saying and stuff. Because what Aunt Stella was saying was true, though. As messy as she is, it was true. You know, you don't want to be, you know, looked upon as the rebound. You know what I'm saying? Let that man, you know, get through this divorce. Let him, you know, be by himself for a little second. And then y'all try to figure this thing out. But don't jump into something. You know, I feel like that's a little too much. And of course, Nina is sitting there talking about Nixon Falls and whatnot. Please. Talking about she happy there, whatever. I'm like, Nina, go sit down. Go sit it down. Nina talking about, oh, you know, I wish that you didn't have to go through this alone. Well, if you wasn't parading around with somebody else's husband, then you could have been there for your good friend when he was going through his mess, you know? And I guess Nina decided to cook dinner for him. So I'm guessing. So if Nina cooking dinner, Is she gonna use that sauce that Sonny gave? Because I don't think Curtis ever tasted Sonny's pasta sauce before. So are they gonna invite somebody who has tasted it or whatever? Because I'm ready for that to be over with. Because as soon as somebody tastes it, they gonna know. They should know Sonny pasta sauce when they taste it. But I think it might be Lil Wiley that tell. Because remember, she did tell Wiley about Sonny being alive. And he is talking, so you never know. It was nice of Stella, though, to offer her place to Curtis since she's going back to England for a while. You know, that way he got a new place or whatever he could crash at. I think that was pretty dope. But overall, I enjoyed this episode today. I definitely did. This was pretty good. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about it. And I will see you all later. Have a great day. Peace.